Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
Washington Post World, September 21, 1214 America, New York. An iron curtain. Australia's COVID rules are stranding people at state borders. Restrictions have displaced people across the country, with some setting up camp in the outback while they wait, for permission to go home. Washington Post World, September 21, 1201 America, New York. Biden goes to the UN needing to salvage his global agenda. This wasn't the atmosphere Biden hoped for before his first address to the United Nations as president.
September 21, 7:13 America, New York. Lava gushes from Spanish volcano, forcing more evacuations. Lava gushing from the Canary Islands' first volcanic eruption on land in 50 years has forced authorities to evacuate another part of El Paso municipality on the Spanish island of La Palma and to urge sightseers attracted by the phenomenon to stay away.
RT World News, September 21, 7:13 America, New York. Wake-up call for EU. Berlin voices support for France in a UK-US submarine row with US and Australia. EU powerhouse Germany says France being snubbed by Australia in favor of a partnership with the US and the UK is a signal to continental European nations to stand together and boost self-reliance.
September 21, 7 o'clock America, New York. Analysis. Shots are coming to little arms, but when? We should all be extremely skeptical by now of tying COVID-19 hopes to holiday-based timelines.
Time. September 21, 7 o'clock America, New York. The U.S. is losing the global race to decide the future of money, and it could doom the almighty dollar. In cities across China, the country's central bank has begun rolling out the e-renminbi, an all-digital version of its paper currency that can be accessed and accepted by merchants and consumers without an internet connection, credit or even a bank account. Time. September 21, 7 o'clock America, New York. My father was a vocal critic of Nicaragua's president. Now he's a political prisoner. My father, Francisco Aguirre Sacasa, turned 77 this month. Normally, my entire family would gather somewhere in the States to celebrate his birthday with a late summer cookout, a sheet cake and ice cream.
September 21, 6:58 America, New York. Vax van seeks to avert super spreader event at UN summit. In a new take on vaccine diplomacy, a free mobile COVID-19 testing and vaccination station is welcoming world leaders and delegates at this week's UN General Assembly, seeking to avoid a super spreader event.
New York Times World News, September 21, 6:57 America, New York. Who's speaking at UN General Assembly, and who isn't? Many leaders are taking advantage of the in-person platform, but others sent recorded video or had lower-ranking officials step in. Either way, in several cases that choice signals a message, too. President Jair Bolsonaro of Brazil, Center, will be the first world leader to speak at Tuesday's gathering. Washington Post World, September 21, 6:55 America, New York. Third Russian charged in 2018 attempted Novichok poisoning of a Russian double agent, UK police say. Police described the three men involved as all Russian military intelligence. New York Times World News, September 21, 6:49 America, New York. Gas station cashier killed in Germany over COVID mask demand. He was shot with an unlicensed weapon, in what appears to be the country's first killing over coronavirus rules. Masks have been mandatory in shops in Germany since shortly after the pandemic started last year.
September 21, 6:40 America, New York. A two-dose version of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine provides comparable protection to a two-dose regimen of Moderna's or Pfizer's, the company says. A two-dose version of Johnson & Johnson's coronavirus vaccine provides 94% protection against symptomatic infection, the company said Tuesday, making a two-dose regimen of J&J's Janssen vaccine comparable to a two-dose regimen of Moderna's or Pfizer's. September 21, 6:33 America, New York. Federer reflects on Djokovic's exceptional year and says calendar Grand Slam is possible. Roger Federer said Novak Djokovic had a truly exceptional year, even as the world number one fell short of winning a calendar Grand Slam at the U.S. Open.
New York Times World News, September 21, 6:32 America, New York. EU court rules Russia was behind 2006 assassination in the UK. The European Court of Human Rights said Russia was responsible for the murder of Alexander V Litvinenko, who was poisoned with a rare isotope. The grave of Alexander V. New York Times World News. September 21. 6:29 America New York. Where are the tests? Other countries are awash in COVID tests. The U.S. is not. A rapid coronavirus test center in the German city of Saarbrücken. Washington Post World. September 21. 6:26 America New York. European Court. Russia responsible for Litvinenko killing. The European Court of Human Rights has backed the conclusion of a British inquiry that Russia was responsible for the killing of Alexander Litvinenko, who died in 2006 after drinking tea laced with a radioactive material.
PowerPost. September 21. 6:23 America New York. Alex Padilla is coming in hot. And Rahm Emanuel has made millions since being Chicago mayor.
New York Times World News. September 21. 6:18 America New York. EU court rules Russia was behind 2006 assassination in the UK. The European Court of Human Rights said Russia is responsible for the murder of Alexander V Litvinenko. The grave of Alexander V Litvinenko, who was poisoned in 2006, at Highgate Cemetery in London. New York Times World News. September 21. 6:17 America New York. Sudan's leaders say they thwarted a military coup attempt. The African nation has been battling economic hardship under a fragile transitional government. Sudan's capital, Khartoum, on Tuesday. Sudanese state television said that soldiers had tried to seize control of a state media building in the nearby city of Omdurman.
September 21. 6:13 America New York. 2-for-1 vaccine clinics fight flu and COVID. 2. They're a fall staple in most communities across the United States, flu shot clinics. September 21. 6:11 America New York. What statistics can tell us about Americans' skyrocketing belief in ghosts? I'll go anywhere to find out what's on Americans' minds. This includes visiting a dark road in the middle of nowhere as the moon howls, and then getting freaked out when a bunch of high schoolers with flashlights start emerging from the woods.